research that we're doing, are now opening and responding to emails on tablets. 46%, this is a Marketing Sherpa stat, 46% of CMOs are now saying this year smartphones, tablets, the whole mobile spectrum is going to bring about a huge change in email, and it has to. And so when we look at email, our solutions are really designed to enable marketers to be able to use responsive templates that allow them to dynamically create and execute email campaigns. As you've learned this morning, and there's been a lot of discussion at roundtables about why email design for mobile is substantially different than it is for the desktop. Hitachi is a really good example, I think. We've worked with the folks at Hitachi Data Systems now for several years. One of the things that I like about what Sean Matson and his staff at Hitachi are doing, obviously this is B2B, it is a considered purchase. They are selling very, very high-end data storage technology solutions. More and more of their IT professionals are reading their email on mobile devices. So one of the things that Hitachi has done here is using a new layout that basically enables that font size on that e-newsletter to automatically increase when it's opened up on an iPhone. The research shows that multi-column layouts do not work, which is why you see the singular column approach here. This is really a good example, I think, of where more brands are going. Gilt Group, very much the same thing when we talk about retailing. On the left, you see a typical email that you and I might receive at our desktop. On the right, you see how that email is now rendered for the iPhone. Back to the study I just referenced on the state of mobile content marketing. The other factor that we see about mobile email, and we saw it this last holiday season, it is completely transforming the way in which retail brands are driving sales. Mobile email, and the results are right here. Mobile email, whether it's on the smartphone or on the tablet, is producing a significantly higher average order than is, let's say, email coupons that are opened up on a desktop device. And it's driving much more conversion than social media or search. Coupons are something that more and more brands are beginning to use, where they're really leveraging one of the products that ExactTarget is called ExactTarget Passbook, where they're actually creating these barcoded coupons that can then be scanned at retail. What we're seeing with our retail partners, whether it be Best Buy or whether it be Gap, Ulta Cosmetics, and a lot of these other brands, is that these mobile coupons are actually being redeemed at a substantially higher rate. The Mobile Marketing Association recently studied this. Mobile coupons are actually being redeemed at a rate of 10 times traditional coupons, which is why you see more and more retailers focused on using email to deliver those types of coupons right to the smartphone. I want to talk about SMS because, as we learned this morning, this is really how mobile really began to get traction several years ago. I'm going to break this into two pieces. Our SMS product is called Mobile Connect. There's an inbound component, there's an outbound. Let's take a look at inbound. SMS right now, based on the study, 90% of the usage of smartphones is for text. Nobody's really surprised about that. In our application, we make this available or make it possible for marketers to be able to create and send SMS messages in 80 different languages or 80 different countries around the globe. Here's a good example in restaurant. This is Pei Asian Diner, division of P.F. Chang's. What we see more and more restaurants doing is understanding the power of getting people to become email subscribers so that they can then engage them on a one-to-one basis. Pei Wei's strategy is when you're in store, when you're in restaurant, expose them to an offer to receive a buy one, get one coupon, just like we just got done talking about. But their whole focus at Pei Asian Diner is to build up a bigger and bigger database of email subscribers so they are less dependent on mass advertising. Here's how it works. Pei has 170 stores. This is actually a cross-channel campaign, but it is anchored by SMS to drive email opt-in. This is actually digital signage in a Pei restaurant. The featured entree that they're getting ready to introduce is caramel chicken. And so in the back, you probably can't read the copy. What they're really promoting here is a buy one, get one free offer by simply pulling out your smartphone, texting the word caramel along with your email address to 80565. When you do that, you are then invited to opt in, to become an email subscriber, so that in the future, as Payway is rolling out new promotions, you're first to know. Here's the opt-in landing page, which is triggered by the SMS. Here's the welcome email that the individual receives confirming that they are now opted in. And there's the barcoded email that is sent to the individual. They can print it out right off their PC, or, as we just got done talking about, they can literally carry that in on their smartphone where it's scanned at retail. Here's the kicker, though. Folks, this was a 2-week campaign, 14 days. You saw the digital signage. In that 2-week period, Payway was able to add 18,000 new email subscribers. Incidentally, as you see at the bottom, their total database right now across their 170 stores is over 600,000. This coupon had a redemption rate of over 20%. We're seeing more and more restaurants like this, like Payway, now really beginning to understand the power of email and the power of mobile coupons. I know we've got some folks here from Blue Cross Blue Shield, so I want to talk about something that is very interesting that some Blues are already doing, using SMS for lead generation. This is Care First. Blue Cross Blue Shield, they are in the Mid-Atlantic region. They have approximately 3.4 million members. They provide a variety of healthcare services. Incidentally, this is a campaign engineered by one of our agency partners, Mears Advertising, out of Kansas City. The challenge was this. Care First said, yeah, we've got a lot of clients that have group plans, but what about individuals that aren't eligible for a group plan at their company, but they need health care insurance? How do we reach them? So the objective was come up with a strategy that makes it very easy for individuals to use their smartphone and SMS to opt in and say, I'd like to get a quote. So the strategy was this. Target audience, men and women aged 25 to 44 years of age that are seeking health care insurance. How does the offer get presented? Digital signage, bus stations, train stations, anywhere these individuals might be commuting from, where they, and you can probably see this right here. Here's a billboard that says you should go to the gym. The call to action is text the word healthy to that short code. When the individual texts that in, he or she gets a reply back. They've got 3 different options. They could complete texting to get a quote, or they could simply go directly to the mobile website to learn more, or there's a phone number, there's a toll-free number they can call to get a quote. Let's just play through on the text option. So here we've got a young woman who's interested. She replies by sending in her age, 28. She's then prompted to reply with her gender, obviously female. And then she's prompted to enter in her zip code. When she gets that response back, she's then invited, provide your email address so we can now send you your non-binding quote. And that's exactly what she does. And so here comes the text back. Your non-binding health insurance quote is $185 per month. Final premium rates may vary. Because they now have captured her email and have now engaged her, or gained her permission, I should say, to communicate with her by email, now they can continue the nurturing process. This campaign ran for 20 weeks. It generated 449 inquiries, produced 201 leads. These are marketing qualified or sales qualified leads, of which they have now closed several of these to increase their business by 10%. Very innovative way, very non-threatening way to make it easy for individuals to get a quote. I want to talk now about the outbound side of SMS too, because this is also something that we see brands that are now, again, really trying to engage with individuals in the moment are using very successfully. This is Vegas.com. Vegas.com is a client of ours that is a pretty savvy user of text in combination with email, in combination with display advertising. Here you see a solution where billboards, imagine we land in Vegas. Billboards right there as we're collecting our luggage invite us to go to Vegas.com, which is the mobile site. We can then opt in to receive exclusive limited time details on shows, hotels, etc. This has resulted in a huge increase in visits to the mobile site. 70% increase in revenue per site visitor, 250% increase in revenue from mobile devices. The additional side of that, too, is that they gain an opt-in. So what Vegas.com is doing is much like Payway Asian Diner, building its database of email subscribers so that they can then stay connected with them over the long haul and invite them back. Back to restaurants. This is Papa John's. Probably in the restaurant category, the QSR category, the single best example I could show you of a really smart cross-channel marketer. I'm not going to show you everything that Papa John's does, but suffice to say, email, mobile is a huge component of it. One of the things that Papa John's invites you and me to do as consumers is to opt in to receive text promotions that they push to us, as we learned earlier in the day from another speaker talking about restaurants. They push these promotions to us when we are most likely to be interested in ordering pizza, prior to lunch, prior to dinner. So this particular campaign, you'll see here at the bottom, Papa John's, as they have used this and as they time these text promotions, have received a 2.5 times increase in engagement by timing these by time zone across the country. They complement this with email as well. Bottom line is that what Papa John's has been able to do through mobile as well as through email is drive incredible traffic to its stores. On the financial services side, Ally Bank is now using text alerts or Ally alerts as specified, as set up by the customer to alert the customer when certain things have occurred in his account. And on the right, you see all of the different types of alerts that are available through the Ally Bank Preference Center, from balance notification and deposit notifications, all the way down to when a payment was completed, if there was a problem with a payment transfer. This is one of the things that Ally is doing to get closer and closer and closer to the customer.